I am tired, Ganga. Well, God. They dragged me out here today, gang. I really wasn't gonna come. 911 on the clock. Well, go on, everyone. Go on, gang, gang. Thank you for your patience. Where's what? Where's what, gang? Oh, where's Sacramento? Oh, God. The minute I wanted to come out, my throat, my nose, my eyes pouring with fluid. So I feel like Spirit was cleansing out all the toxic stuff that was in me. I don't know. I couldn't stop it. My eyes was going, my nose. Either that or someone doesn't want me to give the message, but you know me. I'm going to give it. You got baptized. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ganga. You're having allergies, Haley. Hi. San Francisco, New Jersey, Los Angeles. Welcome. So bear with me, gang. I don't have a cold, but my body is acting as if it has a cold at this time. But I don't. Thank you. It is 06:06 on the clock at this time in the UK. So 06:06. Still glowing. Gang, I feel mash up. I've been in the storage all day yesterday and I fell asleep. Just passed out on the bed. And when I woke up, I looked at the clock and it said 4:44. I was like, I was punching the air. I was punching the air. I was punching it. I was kind of mad because I need that sleep. But Spirit says you need to bring the message. So here I am, kicking and screaming with a message for you because your ancestors need to get through to you. So I might look a little bit drawn out just because I'm tired. But they're able to use me more because less of me, more of them. Less of me, more of them. Less of me, more of them, guys. So let's start the reading. And the only card that came out of all these decks was the question, why? Why? Some of you are struggling to find your why. Thank you, gang. Some of you are struggling. You've experienced all these things and you are still struggling to find your why. So we're going to speak to you. Gang, gang. Oh, God. This message is for you. Finding your why. Following your why. So just simply why. I'm going to start it with a message that I got and they brought me back to when I was in university and the lecturer asked us, who are you? Who are you? Who are you, gang? When you take off the mother hat, the father hat, the brother hat, the sister hat, the friend hat, the girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, or husband hat. Who are you, gang? And why are you really here? Do you know? Do you know, gang? Are you happy with the way that your life is going, or are you still struggling to find your why? I think you're on a different reading. I think you're on a totally different reading. Okay. That's not an answer. I am me is not an answer, girl. Who are you? I am me. Who are you? All we have to do sometimes is pray. No, it's not, girl. That's not the only thing you have to do. You have to do a lot more than that. This is the thing why some of you are stuck. You think all you have to do is pray. And you're saying, I am me. But who are you? That doesn't tell me who you are. That tells me you don't know who you are. You put yourself into one word. You are you. Who's that? Sheila, thank you for your seed. You've got to do a lot more than pray, gang. A lot more than that. Sheila, thank you for your seed, gang. %100%. Yep, you're right. We do have to keep the faith. Yep, the Bible says pray without ceasing. Right, so let's get that message. Why? No problem. So I want to leave it there. So your ancestors want to know your motives. What motivates you? What motivates you, guys? What is motivating you right now? Can we tap the like button, guys? Because this is not correlating at all. We got 104 and only 68 of you have liked the video. We're gonna wait. Thank you. Because I got up at 444. 444, guys. My ears are itching. So Spirit has something to say. And I want to know, are you ready to receive it? Can you tap that like button? Thank you. I appreciate you. So we're going to start the message. Spirit says, what are your motives? What is motivating you? What drives you? Because these are the very things that you are setting your intentions on. and manifesting. The power of knowing your why. Because once you know your why, you can know where you're going. You can appreciate where you've been. You can appreciate who you are. Thank you, Queen Libra, the Empress. I appreciate you. So there is great power in understanding your motives right now. Whether you're being motivated by something or someone, this is something you need to understand. Because whatever's motivating you is getting your attention, and you are creating more of the same energy. So there is great power in understanding your motives right now. Thank you. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you are asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, whatever your question is. And most importantly, making the choices, knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intentions will then become a magnet for miracles. 1, 1, 1 in the chat. So once you are very clear about your why you're here, what you want, where you're going, you become a magnet. 1, 1, 1 for these miracles in your life. But you have to align yourself with the why. My crown is going off. Gang, gang. Motives define the nature of your experiences here on earth. So when you think about something, when you feel it, and then you act upon it, gang, you start to manifest it. You come into alignment with it. You start to attract it. 1, 1, 1. Gang, gang. My crown is going off. This invisible why is the life force energy. I saw it, Taylor. Within the seed that you have sown. 1313, I saw it on the timer. Which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. When it comes to your relationships, you don't always know why you engage in your relationships, whether it be a man, a woman, or friendships. Sometimes you're just attracted or drawn to someone, but you don't understand the why. In understanding the why is how we can grow and expand. You have to understand the why, girl. We do mostly because our feelings are not always logical. They don't always make sense. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behaviors are motivated by unresolved issues, traumas in your past. Are you just recreating the same experiences with different individuals in your life? Have you ever realized that the same things keep happening to you with different people? Have you seen that, some of you in your life? Whether it be partners, friendships, you feel like they treat you the same, it always ends the same kind of energy. Perhaps you've been triggered by a behavior that's motivated by unresolved conflicts and issues in your past. And you just keep playing it out until you highlight it and heal it. When you ask yourselves, karmic cycles, why am I feeling like this? Why do I keep feeling like this? Because for some of you, it's like, it's not even a curse, baby. It's not a curse. It's a karmic cycle that you need to break. It's a chain. It's a stronghold. It's not a curse, guy. It's something brought upon by trauma. And it could have started by a generation or generations before you. So it's not really a curse, even though it feels like one. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So when you ask yourselves, why am I feeling like this? Why do I keep feeling like this? And why did I say that? Why did I allow that? Why do I keep doing that? Why do I allow people to keep on doing these things? And we spend more time in introspection, going within to find out. Instead of finding out why they do it, we have to go inside and find out why we do it, why we keep on doing it, why we keep on allowing it. Because it comes down to that. The answers will be surprising to you as they lay dormant inside of you. Listen to the messages. I love you too. Listen to the messages coming straight from your soul, your intuition, gang. From the knowledge, from the knowing deep within you. Because no one knows you like you, girl. No one on this earth knows you like you. So what does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you could ask yourself and your partners today. Why? Your prosperity message. Knowing the motives behind your career and creative ventures is the ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourselves some probing questions. Are you driven by the desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good, or does it just serve you? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by a need to make money, acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having agendas hidden from yourselves will lead to disappointments and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they are not, change them so you can step into your extraordinary life. Your protection message. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you towards a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, making you famous. Thank you, Isaiah. Because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. or you may want to reunite with the partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down you really desire, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Is that you? Now is the time for deep soul searching of your why and what is driving your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you even closer to the happiness that you seek. Gang, gang. On that note, we are going to start. Thank you, Raising Isaiah, for your seed. 1313, gang. Right. Thank you. Not every message is for you, gang. If it's not for you, you don't have to say anything. Sometimes it's good to be silent. Not every action needs a reaction from you, gang. This is the thing. Right. Let's get your messages out. Take what resonates and leave the rest, gang. You don't have to feel the need to respond to everything that I say, as this is not your personal messages, gang. Please take that on board. What do you need to know? Thank you, Desiree. Thank you. I appreciate you. So what do you need to know? Woke me up at 4:44. Just saw 222. 2 on the clock. What do you need to know? Use a fairly new deck today. What do you need to know? There we go. Music. So some of you are musicians. And I do feel like for some of you, music is very healing. So we're talking about music here. Music is very either healing for you, you get a lot of messages through the music, or you are the actual one singing, playing, making music. So you are being guided. And it does say simplicity, to simplify your life, to bring more music into your life, whether you're the one playing it, making it, or listening to it. Because music does speak to the soul, gang. And sometimes your ancestors are delivering messages, answers to your questions, to your whys, through the music, because the music speaks direct to you. So pay attention to the music that you hear, but also Spirit says some of you are musicians and they really want you to start opening yourselves up spiritually, because I feel like you're a medium as well, and you are a medium, a vessel for Spirit to use in your music. So allow Spirit to use you musically, gang, to use your voice box, to use your hands on the strings while you strum the guitar, while you play the keyboard, while you beat the drum, whatever it is, or make those beats and those, whatever you're doing, allow Spirit to take over you. 1313. So I really feel like some of you need to meditate before you start. Poetry, same thing, gang. I just feel like someone has gone within themselves, introspection, to find their why, and they are channeling it through their art. So make your art speak the music, the messages of your soul, because In essence, these are the messages coming through from Spirit. And I feel like simplifying, when it comes to simplifying, not just your music, but when it comes to anything in your life, less is more. Less is absolutely more. Some of you are trying to throw all these beats in, all these things in, ingredients, and it's chaotic. It's taken away from your art. It's like when I do tarot, in the beginning, I had all these effects, but it was taken away from the message. I just want to deliver the message. So sometimes I come out like this and I don't really care, because you're here to hear the message. You're not really here to look at me, to see what I've got going on. Like all these, can we stop doing all this? Why are you writing big paragraphs in the chat if you're here to listen to a message? Please, can we stop? I don't want to start silencing it, but it's very distracting. Can we not do this? The fact that you wrote a 5, come on, gang. Can we stop? I understand that you love Jesus and God, so do I, but you don't have to declare it. Stop. Do you know what? Get out. Get out, get out, get out. You're a troll for God. Now that's crazy. You're out. You ain't trolling my chat. That's crazy. We got trolls for church trolls, man. Right, some music. Mm. Right. Spirit just showed me somebody in the chat. I'm going to keep my eye on you. I might need to remove you at some point. Some music, gang. Very important, okay? My ears are buzzing. Spirit was just showing me about somebody in this chat. So I need to pay attention to that. What do you need to know? What do you need to know at this time? Trust. Trust where you are. Trust that you are going through major changes. And when I say it that way, it says things will change. Things will change. You are going through a major transformation. Do you see the butterfly, guy? You could be seeing more butterflies at this time. It just shows how close your ancestors are to you. But it just shows from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It speaks to the essence of what's really happening to you. And your relationship to music. Because I feel like music has carried a lot of you through this transformation. Just like that person said, through the good and the bad, it invokes these energies. So I feel like through your transformation, music, whether you're listening to it or you're the one delivering it, playing it, making it, it's soul healing. It's to the soul, guy. It's to the soul. Do you know how healing music is? and the way that it can help to heal and transform your life. Open yourselves up to the element of music. Hence why Lucifer is the master of music, right? Because music speaks to the soul of a man, of a woman. I can control your emotions through music, guy. So I see through your transformation that you've been going through, the caterpillar to the butterfly, which is a spiritual death, to the spiritual awakening here. I also see the tree, and it just, the song, being attached to the vine, to the source, because we are the branches, gang. God is the vine, is the tree. So I see you as the branch. And it's funny that I see the branch, because the branch analogy to me, when it dropped on my car, was the fact that the healthy branches, the healthy leaves, will stay on the tree. But the ones that are not healthy, low vibrational, will fall away. And these are things and people in your life. So I just feel you're going through major transformations. You're losing a lot of things and people, which are just the weights, because you are a leaf. You are a branch, a leaf on this tree, going through a major metamorphosis at this time. Changes, gang. That means nothing is going to stay the same for you. So no matter what you're going through now, Spirit says, turn to the music. It will get you through the good and the bad. This is how we will speak and heal and answer you. Some of you will find the answers for yourself through the music that you write. Some of you are the answers to someone else's prayers, to someone else's why. So Spirit will channel messages through you. Spirit says simplify it. So when I say simplify it, less is more. See, this is very distracting to me. Less is very much more, gang, because a lot of the time, yeah, look, it's her and her guitar. A lot of you are trying to throw in the drums, throw in all of the backing singers, and Spirit says, we just need you and the guitar. You and your tools. We don't need a bunch of your friends. We don't need all this entourage. We don't need a whole band. We just need you showing up. Open yourselves up to the message that's coming through and delivering it with the tools, because her tool is a guitar. My tool is my intuition and cards. Your tool is your tools. Your gifts are your gifts. 3322, simplify it, guy. You're trying to make it better, make it the best, make it look this, and you're spending all this money, time, and effort into something you need to simplify, take away from that. For me, less is so much more. More of you. No, more of them, less of yourself. So for some of you, you're trying to do things in your life, but Spirit says you're overthinking it, you're overdoing it. You need to simplify it. And it's really quite simple, but you're making it hard. You get it? Spirit says you're making it hard. You're making it more difficult than it has to be. Like literally, I'm getting the message with you, gang. Like Spirit says you're making it harder than it needs to be. Literally. I just need you and your guitar. I just need you and your knowledge. I just need you. Whatever it is, your tools, your gifts, your talents. I don't need a whole bunch of all this other stuff that you are seeking. That's not what's needed. And I also see if you're going through this spiritual awakening right now and you're struggling, music will get you through. And be careful of the music that you're listening to. Spirit says, be careful of the music that you're listening to during this transformation, gang. All right? There's a time and a place for everything. So I'm not saying don't listen to your favorite songs, but there's a time and a place for it. So when you're feeling some type of way, you don't put on certain music to make you feel worse. You put on something to uplift your spirit, not to make you go further down into depression. Because music has a power to invoke emotions, to tap into energies you didn't even know was going on within you. It can pull them out of you, gang. You'll wonder where these emotions come from. They're dormant within you. The music just spoke to them and brought them out. They were there. So connecting with music, gang. Old school gospel, come on. Come on, Sydney. You know it. My third eye's going on. 100. For each of you, it's different. For me, gospel floats my boat, and it's old school. It really is. There's another one there. This one. Look at this. Magic. You are very gifted. Dance music. Yolanda Adams, come on. Thank you, Key. Spirit says, I have given you gifts. Some of you are healers, Reiki healers, as I see energy in your hands. So natural born healers. So I see a lot of you. What is showing me? Okay. So someone is going through this spiritual awakening as she's in the white. Very much connecting to her ancestors here. And Spirit says your powers are activating. And for some of you, that power of healing. So a lot of energy is pulsating through the palms of your hands. If you've been feeling a lot of activity in your hands, can I see a reaction from you somehow? Because Spirit says it's been happening in your hands. So you've been feeling the surge of energy in your hands. As your powers, and I say your powers, your gifts, the magic inside of you has been activated. It lay dormant for some of you. This is funny to me. It's so funny to me. Look, we got dancers. We got someone dancing. We got an artist. So we're speaking to very artistic people. Do you see how flexible she is? See the flexibility? So it is about being able to be flexible and not rigid, because a lot of you are very much, I want it to be this way, very routine. And if you're a very routine person or a rigid person, you're going to have a lot of failures, a lot of mishaps, because life is about bending, being flexible, being able to bend at will at any moment, because life is changing and always changing without you understanding the why. Praise and worship dancer. I like that, my. Is it? That's you. That's you. So Spirit says, I'm speaking to artists, gang. You are very artistic. I was going to say artistical. That's not a word. So you're very artistic. Some of you are, that's your gift. Some of you can paint, draw. You're really good with your hands. Your hands. It is about creation, though. It just speaks about you being able to create something. And from the caterpillar to the butterfly, listen to this. I just heard it. So from the caterpillar to the butterfly is seeing something through from the conception until it transforms into the thing that you desire it to be. So it could be your music. It could be that piece of music and you being able to see it through, because it's all well and good that you write music, but you have to see it through to the end. So I feel like I want to tell some of you to finish what you started. You started certain things, whether it's in your mind or you physically started it, but you need to see it through. You're very gifted. You're very talented, whether it's musically, dancing, you're an artist, or you're a healer kind of energy. Spirit says you started certain things, you've made certain plans, but you need to see it through to full fruition. Do you see? This is you, some of you starting off, and you're just a caterpillar. But Spirit says you got to see it through to full bloom, gang. That's your career. That's the music. It could take 10 years. You got to see it through. You got to learn to be flexible, because some of you are not. You want it this way, or you see it this way. And if it doesn't happen this way, then you see it as a failure. But it's not. It's a lesson. It's actually a lesson. Interesting. It's got perspective. So really it's about changing your perspective on your life, because you can have what you desire. But Spirit says it's all about your perspective here of life. Spirit says you are the creator and you have a complete blank canvas. But a lot of you are recreating unhealthy patterns. So look, what are you painting? Some of you are painting your yesterdays over and over and over again, not understanding. You have the power to create your reality here. But some of you need to adjust your perspective, because what you don't understand is that depending on the part of your journey you're on, you might be painting this picture from an unhealed past, gang, which can only be negative for you. You are the author of your own story. You are the one painting this chapter. You're the one writing it. And depending on your mind frame, depends on the story, is the outcome of the story. So Spirit says you're the one. That's why you've got to be in the now. That's why we say you've got to be in the present. You've got to be in the right mind frame. This is why you're going through this spiritual awakening, where I feel like you're being, when it says simplify, for me, it's stripping away all the things and people that you don't need, because you've added all this unnecessary stuff. It's like going to the supermarket and you know you only went to get A, B, C, but you end up getting E, F, G, F, and Z. All because it's on sale, but you don't need it. And this is life, gang. We acquire things that we don't need, and Spirit is asking you to simplify your life, to strip away and take away the things and the people that are not needed. Because we just have some people on our friends list, so we can say we got friends, but they're not our friends. We got people around us, but they're not really people that we can trust. It's things like this. So Spirit is making you look at your life, and I feel like clean house. Clean house, simplify your life. So I just feel like you may have started your life journey wanting all this stuff, but now, as you're going through this spiritual awakening, you are wanting more things of a spiritual nature. Because look, now I'm just a simple woman. I don't need to have all these things that everybody else wants. My perspective is changing. I'm understanding that I am the author. I am the creator of my own existence at this time. If I can just change my perspective and stop trying to change theirs. I have the magic. I have the key. The magic is inside of me. It's for me to invoke it. It's for me to understand who I am and why I'm here. But it takes an evolving, a stripping away of things and people in my life for me to see what? Me. Me, because what's left is me and my guitar. There's nobody left. It's me and my guitar. Now I can focus on my art. Now I can focus on connecting with spirit and channeling. I can focus here. She's focused. She's simplified her life. She's taken away every single distraction whether it be a thing, a person inside of, or something inside or outside of herself or himself. Tapped into the magic that is within her or him, not outside. But it really did take to go through this transformation. And it's that caterpillar to the butterfly. It's a spiritual awakening, gang. Waking you up and allowing you to change your perspectives here. Why are you talking like that in here? Why are you talking like that in here? Don't talk like that in here. Mind your mouth. Don't talk like that in here, Dale. Do not come into my house and talk like that, as if we're familiar like that. Don't do it, or I will take you out. This is your one warning. Mind your mouth. I don't know who you're talking to. I'm very perturbed that some of you type as if you're on WhatsApp. I'm not your WhatsApp buddy. So don't type in my chat as if I'm your WhatsApp buddy, gang. Have some respect, or don't type at all. Do you understand? You show no respect. I don't know who you are. Spirit says, don't tell them nothing. Keep it to yourself. Be careful of the people you're telling your business to, because they're the same people are sabotaging you. Some of you wonder why you say these things like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it doesn't happen for you because you should have shut your mouth. Silence is key. Spirit says your silence is key at this time. You've got someone or people around you who pray against your destiny, who don't have good intentions when it comes to you and success. Spirit says your silence is key. Stop announcing what you're about to do or what you're doing, where you're going. I want to tell you this. There's some doors that are about to open up for some of you. Very important doors. And Spirit says you need to keep it to yourself. I'm about to open some doors for you, but you need to keep this to yourself. Your silence is key to this door opening. Thank you, Catherine. Can you move in silence at this time? Stop telling certain people your plans. Spirit says you are playing chess, not checkers. So stop being in such a rush to try to do everything in one season. There is enough time. You will have enough time. Some of you need to slow down. Chess is really about observation, paying attention. I feel like it's 10% movement and 90% the mind. Observing. So I just feel like you have to attack it like chess. You have to be very observant of your surroundings and the people around you, because you may feel that these people have good intentions, but Spirit says some of them don't, and they're the ones. And your key to long-term success is really moving in silence. Trust me on this. Because one thing I do understand, any empire that was overturned or taken down was done from the inside. It was always an inside job. So be careful who you announce your plans to. Move in silence. And Spirit says you're playing chess, not checkers. You may incur some challenges, but it's not nothing that you can't overcome. With enough. What's the word I'm looking for? With enough. I feel like some of you just need to, be still and pay attention, because Some of you are just, there's a problem coming up and then you're getting all emotional. But if you be still and observe what's going on around you, just be silent. Be silent. I feel like you'll know the answer or the answer will come to you. It's like with chess. You might not see it straight away. You might not see it straight away. You got to stare at that board for a little bit. You got to plan in your head your next moves before you even make the next move. And some of you are making the next move without planning the next move. You're moving on a whim. You're reacting on an action and you shouldn't. You're acting emotionally and you should take your emotions out of it. Your silence is key, gang. I feel like in the silence you'll hear your answers. But a lot of you don't know how to be silent. You're so busy searching for answers. You're not being still. You see what? I feel like some people are so busy looking, searching for answers, they're not really listening. They're not really listening. Because the answer will be there if you just be silent, if you still your mind. Because even in chess, I do feel like it's very meditative state. You go into a very meditative state. You have to really go within yourself and you have to really look at that board a million times and see a million different outcomes. That means you can't just have one outcome in your head. Just like the chessboard, there's a million different ways I'm looking at it. And that's your life. But some of you are just attacking your life, looking at it one way and wondering why you're not getting anywhere. It's like chess, gang. You're playing chess. You got to constantly be reinventing yourself, trying to find new ways. New ways. Because not only one way to win or to become successful, there's many ways. As well as keeping quiet and moving in silence, I feel like there's, just like with chess, you've got to be silent for the answers to come to you. Because when you're playing chess, what's the one thing you realize? That room is quiet. That room is quiet. They don't want you to talk. Because I'm thinking, brother. I'm thinking, sis, so shut up. Because when you talk, you're distracting my thoughts. So when you got the music on social media, all these things, and then you're overthinking, tell me, what are you hearing? Nada, nothing. But all the outside noise. Spirit says you need to learn to still yourselves, find a way, whether it's through meditation, whatever it is. You got to learn to quiet out the noise. Because within the silence, your answers will come, or they're already there. We got forgiveness. So we got a forgiveness card coming out. Spirit says a lot of you, and I have to say it again, back to the first message, as the painter of your lives, you are just recreating pain, trauma, again and again. And Spirit says it's time to set your soul free, yourself free. Because some of you have been suffering in silence. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? So we're going to go a little bit deep, and it might be a trigger warning for some. Spirit says some of you have been suffering in silence for a while. And they're showing me, because it says challenges, and it shows me with the chess card that you're very strategic. So you've been doing things in your life because you are still very much, you may be addressing it, but you're not healed, gang. You're still holding on to unforgiveness, and Spirit wants you to let it go. Let them go. Forgive it. Spirit says it's time to let it go, to surrender it to Spirit, so Spirit can heal it. You've been suffering in silence, and this is the key to your healing. Because I really do feel like someone here with the challenges card and the chess card has been playing this chess game Not just with one person, but other people in their lives for a while. And for me, it's just showing avoidance of something. Avoidance. It says, you've been suffering in silence. And the key to your healing is letting go. Is actually letting go and forgiveness. Forgiveness, gang. I feel like you've been trying to find many ways in how to heal, some of you here. It does say challenging, gang. It says challenges, for real. Many ways. I've been trying to find, challenges here. You've been trying to find many ways. But the key is breaking the silence. Is opening the closet door where you hid all the trauma. Because Spirit says some of you locked it away behind that door. And I feel like once you start to forgive and open up and speak about it and be able to forgive it, gang, this door's going to open up and you'll be able to heal and move on from it. It will always be a part of you, gang. And with the chest card, I just feel like it's a lifelong process. It's not just an overnight thing. But Spirit does say you do need to let it go, though. You need to set yourself free. It is your soul, gang. It is your soul. That's your spirit. Because your spirit was broken somewhere, someone, and you've been silent on it. You've kept a lot of things to yourself. Locked it. It's like Pandora's box. You locked it away somewhere in your subconscious. And with that chess game, it just shows me you being very strategic as to not do things to trigger to unlock that door. But Spirit actually wants you to trigger and unlock that door. Actually does. The bird cage is open. There's a key to unlocking that door. And it is through breaking that silence of yours. Because I always say silence is suffering. The silence is part of your suffering. But your speaking is part of your healing. It sets you free from it. So it is about soul forgiveness, forgiveness of your mother, your father, yourselves, your abuser, even though you don't have to love anyone like this. It's just about forgiveness. I let it go. Because the more it's a part of you, it imprisons you. It imprisons you. And you find yourself in this game of chess with your trauma, mirrored back at you through so many things and people in your life. And you constantly getting traumatized. So back to the why and what's motivating you. And some of you, it's the trauma. And it may be unknown to you, unconscious, subconsciously to you, because it's so embedded. You locked it away. That's the message for someone. Let's move on, guys. That's getting a bit deep. It's getting a bit deep. Sorry about that trigger warning. Let's get a message from Isis. What does she want you to know? Because I want to let you go. That was getting deep. What do you need to know? My ears are buzzing. Ooh. So proper burial for your freedom. So we are talking about setting your soul free. Free from the trauma, from the pain, from the addictions, from the rejection, from the abuse, from the abandonment, from all of these things that you had to go through as a child. So a proper burial, gang, for your freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. Osiris is Lord of the Dead. Because they're dead things in your life. They're dead weights. That laugh in it, it was evil. Oh, Melly, oh, Mel, gang. So Osiris is Lord of the Dead, gang. And is guiding you now to release the tears, release those people, release those things that no longer needs to be a part of your life. The anger, the pain, the shame, the unforgiveness, gang. These are the things we're talking about. So that you, not them, may be free. So you may be free, gang. We want you to be free here. Here. Because a lot of you aren't free here. You're still thinking about it. And you're recreating it somehow in your relationships. And it's making you feel less than you need to. Less than you should. So Spirit says you need to unlock these things and speak about these things. To heal yourself from these things. Like a bird. Free your bird soul, Hayley. I like that. And it's not an overnight process, gang. And it's not easy. But it is very rewarding. Alright? So Isis wants you to be free. Like a bird. Alright? In your mind, in your soul, in your spirit. Because a lot of you are still caged up. Caged, attached to the trauma. Still attached to it, gang. Your recall is amazing. Because while you're not healed, yes, you're never going to forget it. But we don't want it to be a part of your now, your present. It's your yesterday. It's a lesson. As a man thinks, he's creating it. So I guess if we keep thinking about these things, we're going to recreate these things again and again. With people that we already have in our lives. They're going to mirror this pain. Doesn't have to turn around and abuse us the same way, but they'll make us feel the same way somehow. So be careful. It's an energy. And you become a magnet for the energy that you're creating, gang. So be careful of this. What do you need to know here? I'm going to let you go. Your health. So this is a very powerful message, gang. For those that understand it, it's all about you and the rising of you, gang. This is your spiritual awakening. This is your kundalini rising up, gang. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you even feel it as it wraps around your spinal cord and it moves up into your crown chakra, gang? It's activating every single one of those chakras and healing all of those traumas one by one by one. A restoration of your spiritual health, which is attached to your physical health. Because a lot of you have got back pains, different pains, and it's attached to your trauma. It's attached to your trauma, especially in your spine. That's where trauma lays dormant, in the base, in the root. Why? It comes from these karmic relationships. Look at the persecution card and inquisition. Because some of you were abused physically, sexually, emotionally by karmic mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, and partners. Even some of you, your children. Thank you, Sonia. They be abusing you because they're karmics. Also says inquisition. So they didn't believe you. They didn't believe you. Inquisition. We spoke about you. We called you a liar. We held court on you. So all of us spoke about you and you felt like you was being in a courtroom, but they were against you. It's like people are accusing you of something. Persecuting you, calling you are the liar. You're the one that's wrong. You're the one. And these are karmics making you feel like shit. But this is a generational thing. And Spirit says you're rising up. You're the one that has activated this kundalini healing, the healing of a nation, of a generation, gang. It's you. You're even healing the same people that went against you. Your karmic mother, your karmic father, sisters and brothers. You're even healing them. Some of you, I see your mother accusing you. I see your mother, she's a karmic. She's accusing you of doing something with her man. So some of you was accused of doing something with your mother's boyfriend or mother's husband. And this person abused you. But your mother didn't believe you, gang. I'm not even going to look at you at this time. As I'm feeling kind of triggered myself, I'm getting kind of emotional. This affected your health, your mental health, your physical health, because I could see that your chakras became blocked at this time. You are being healed from what your mother said, what your mother did. Oh, God, I'm getting emotional here. Spirit, why did you do this? Spirit says what she said, I'm healing you from it. I'm healing you from what your karmic mother said to you. What your karmic father possibly did to you. Karmic brothers and sisters, how they treated you. How your karmic lover abused you. Because some of you was in a karmic relationship and you went through physical and mental abuse. They're accusing you. Where you been? You're cheating. No. This person's abusive. Whether it's a male or female, you was in a very abusive relationship. Gang, don't mind me, don't mind. There we go. Interference in the reading, gang. Here we go. They may try to kick me out. They may try to kick me out. Don't want me to speak about this one. They don't want me to speak about this one. So I just see a lot of abusive relationships, whether it was your mother, your father, your stepfather, or your stepmother, your brother or your sister, or your partners. Spirit says these was karmics, gang. They couldn't love you. They couldn't love you. These people was not healed. They weren't healed, gang. This person is not healed. That's why they blamed you. That's why they treated you the way that they treated you, gang. That's why they persecuted you is the word. Persecution. That's abuse. From this karmic. These karmics. Whether it was your karmic man, woman, husband, wife, mother, father, stepmother, stepfather, sister, brother, steps, all of these things. These are karmics. These people are part of this triggering of this Kundalini awakening here. And Spirit says, I'm healing you from what they did and what they said, specifically from what she said to you. Because for some of you, she said some things to you that you are finding it hard to let go of. You hold on to the words of your mother or that caregiver. Could be your father. The person who's supposed to nurture you. They accused you of something. They said something and you held on to it. And Spirit wants you to let it go. You say you can remember it word for word. What do you need to know here? There, I told you, a lot of you went through a lot of abuse. It says your house, your home was like a battleground. Literally. You grew up in it with your mother and father, stepmother and stepfather. Some of you was in abusive relationships, and it says your home was like a battlefield with you being accused of everything under the sun. Accusations. You're cheating, you're doing this, you're doing that, all of this stuff. Jealousy. Some of you were groomed. Some of you grew up in fighting homes while your parents were fighting, or They were fighting. There's just a lot of anger. There's a lot of fighting and arguments and accusations being pointed at you. Gang, gang. No! No. They keep doing that. It's time to go. It's time to go. When that happens, it's time to go. Time to sum it up, they said. Did you hear it? If I can sum it up, it's time. So any more messages here for the collective before I let you go? Like the black sheep. So either you was an orphan, you was abandoned, rejected, grew up in the care system, or you felt like an orphan in a house full of people. You felt unloved. You felt unkept. You felt like no one cared about you. Oh my God. And there's issues with your mother. Spirit says there's forgiveness of your mother, gang. I don't know what she did or didn't do to protect you as a child, but Spirit says you be holding on to some things. What she did, what she said. There you are in a prison of your own making. And it's about your mom. The lack of nurturing. I don't know what it was, gang. Maybe she favored one over the other, some over the other. I don't know what this is. But Spirit says this prison is what you made. It's in your mind. And they really want you to set yourself free. Your mother was an orphan. Wow. Wow. What's this? What does it say? Oh, it says unplug. I love it. Spirit says some of you need to unplug. You need to get outside. Some of you are on social media 24/7. And Spirit says unplug your devices. Switch them off. And switch on to nature. Connect with nature, gang. Come on now. Turn that telly off. Turn that phone off. Switch off your mind for a minute and get outside and connect with nature. Get back and simplify your lives. You've made it so complicated with this phone, this iPad, this and that device and gadget. Spirit says just connect with nature, natural things at this time. This is what your soul is desiring. This is how you connect to your why. This is how you get to heal yourself from the traumas of a mother and a father, gang. All right? Because I just see a lot of distractions that you need to switch off from. Look, she unplugged everything and she went outside with no shoes on. She don't have no shoes on. She says, fuck it. She's gone on a fasting, gang. She's fasting from everything and everyone. She is simplifying her life. Gang, gang. And this is what they want for you. This is what they woke me up to speak to you about. We didn't even get any tarot. Did you notice? No tarot. So we're going to just pull a few tarot cards quickly. And I'm going to let you go. I'm not going to let you go. Thank you for coming. What you need to know. Thank you, guys. What you need to know. Can you just tap that like button for me? Look at that. We can't make it up, the death card. It just ties in with the reading. You are, and the Six of Swords, you are going through the dark night of the souls. You are going through a spiritual awakening, gang. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I don't care what anyone says, how they make it look or seem. You are going through it, and it's emotional, gang. It's a rebirthing. That's a child. You're going through a rebirth. You're on the way to being a new person. It's not easy, gang. It's a rebirth. It's going back through the birth canal again at your big, big age. Death to the old self and belief systems and relationships. So Spirit says, music will get you through this emotional time, okay? Connect to the energy of music at this time. Whether you're going to sing it, play it, or listen to it. It will get you through, baby. It's a spiritual journey. There you are. And it's done alone. Stop looking for comrades. This is your journey. And you do it alone, gang. I know it's lonely, but at the other end of it, gang, there's new life. There's new life. All right? So they want you to continue to keep going, to be honest. You are on the right track. Just work on yourself. Keep focusing on what fulfills you. Look, I'm working on something that I love to do, and it makes me money too. So focus on the things. While you're going through this, don't focus on the bad things that's happening. Can you try to focus on what you have and the good things you have, your gifts? Try to focus there. Because where your focus goes, it grows. All right? So I'm not saying it's not going to be emotional. Of course it is. Six of Swords is emotional. But you will get through this, it says. You will. But you need to focus, all right? Because it's very, very emotional here. The Empress. So look, working on my gifts that I'm giving birth to, that are going to make me feel and be very successful. But it is also about forgiveness of this Empress who is your mother, for not giving you that nurture. So working on forgiveness of my mom, because truly your thoughts are powerful and very magnetic. And the minute you think it, you create it, gang. All right, so be mindful of this. Sheila, thank you. So let's end it. We're going to let you go. Let's give you your oracle and we out. Thank you for your patience. You love to draw. Amazing. Thank you, Sheila. Please never let me go. Thanks. You forgave her. Amazing, Monique. Didn't it feel amazing? It just feels amazing, gang. It's hard because anger, but you don't understand until you let it go how much energy anger invokes. How much energy, gang, is. It takes a lot of energy to stay angry, gang. It really does. So let's end it with an angel message tonight. Let's do an angel message. Let's get the angels to speak to your spirit. Thank you, Winter, for your seed, gang. Thank you, gang, gang. So yeah, my crown is going off, so the angels want to speak to you. So thank you for my seed sowers. I appreciate you, gang. I really do. I keep forgetting about writing the checks, but I'm going to, get the checks. I'm going to order them right now when I finish. Your keyboard just arrived. Oh my God. Make some music. Make some music, gang, gang. You found that hard to forgive. I'm telling you, gang, it is hard. The hardest thing I had to do was forgive the person that abused me. But it freed me, gang. It freed me from the anger, from all those emotions that I attached to it. Oh, thank you, gang. All right. What else do you need to know? Thank you. Thanks, gang. What do you need? There we go. What did I tell you? Don't hate. Steve, oh, thank you. Don't hate, meditate. And I think this is just fitting for this reading. It really is. Spirit says, do you know what? I told you it takes so much energy to hate, gang. It really does. To produce this emotion, anger, hate. That's a lot of energy, gang, that you could use in something for yourself, like to get you to where you want to go. Steve, thank you for your seed. I appreciate you, gang. Thank you. Thank you. So don't hate, meditate. Not every action deserves your reaction. I feel like this is all really about meditation. This is really about controlling your thoughts, babysitting them. And it's not easy, but it is through meditation. It is by introspection. So you have to find time throughout your day to micromanage yourself and your thoughts, as these are the seeds of intentions you are setting for your next day and the day after that. So this is what's important for you. So when it says simplify your life, I feel like you need to start your day with meditation. You need to bring in the day, because a lot of you wake up and you remember what they did, what they did. You remember the negative stuff. And I just feel like you need to wake up and find a space in yourself, in your homes, where you can create inner balance, inner peace. Because once you find it inside of yourself, gang, no one outside of you can destroy or disturb it. They can't. But a lot of the times people can destroy or distract or disturb our peace because we're not at peace with ourselves. We're not. On the days when I'm not at peace with myself, I'm easily really turned. But the days when I'm not, there's nothing you can actually say. This is it. So trying to come to terms with what's happened to you. And this is by going within you, and there's nothing outside of you that's going to heal you. I'm telling you that. I searched for it for years. Every path led me back to myself. So the angels are guiding you to love through meditation, because to hate produces more of the same. You see, it doesn't matter. You may think that you're valid for having these emotions. Yeah, but they hurt me. Yeah, but you're not valid for holding on to those emotions, because the more you hold on to them, you produce in them. So you can hold on to them if you want, but just know that you are the author and the finisher. So if you're holding on to them, you're going to produce them. You're going to find these things cropping up in your relationships, gang, when you least expect it. And you're going to wonder why, because you created it, the environment to breed it. In your children, in your partners, this unforgiveness, this not trusting. Then you're wondering, why can't they trust me? Because it's reflected back from you. So the angels are guiding you back to love, because through love, you can create loving experiences and relationships, gang. But out of fear, out of abandonment, out of anger, out of addictions, you can only create the same. Toxic. You can only create the same. You can't create nothing positive out of a negative. It doesn't happen. It will never happen. It will never, ever happen. So we need you to get you back to love. And it really is about loving oneself, loving you for who you truly are, getting back to your why, because some of you have lost it through the trauma. You focused on the things that's happened and you've lost your actual why. I feel like removing the blockages, and the blockages are really the things that we have put in the way. We've put them in the way, girl. We've allowed ourselves to focus on these things and not really heal from these things. There's one thing that for me, it's two different things. Like, we've got one set of people that they want to heal from their trauma, but there's others that they just want to tell you about their trauma. What set are you in? Are you ready to heal from your trauma? I don't like that. And I think you know. Are you ready to heal from your trauma? Or are you just one of those people that just want to keep telling your trauma to everyone that you see without actually doing anything to heal from it? This is the thing. Because some people are not ready to heal. They just want you to feel what they feel. You need to figure out your why, gang. What's motivating you at this time? So don't hate, meditate. Anytime they're trying to stop the message. Oh my God, let me quickly do this. What is wrong with this little idiot? Right, let's get rid of this person. Right, let's just give this message and bounce out. Anytime you feel overwhelmed by anger or frustration, close your eyes and connect with the angels around you. They are a great part of your life, and they want you to remove the feelings that are not serving you, so that you can have a deeper and richer connection with them and the divine. Meditate and connect with heaven and extend your awareness so you can become more aware of who surrounds you on an energetic level. You are really independent as a soul, and it's wonderful how self-sufficient you are. But the angels are encouraging you to spend some time meditating and welcoming their help, because some of you are too independent, and the help of God, so that you can be a co-creator of your world in their light and that of your creators as well. Anytime you find yourself about to use the hate word or negative words, close your eyes for a few moments and focus on something or someone that makes you feel safe, free, and blessed. Something or someone that you love. Return your thoughts back to a positive one, guy. So you have to be mindful of your thoughts, which is just minding your thoughts, babysitting them as if they're a baby, because they are. They're running amok and recreating incidences and relationships that you don't desire. So you need to babysit them at this time. This is the message, gang. This is your girl, the Virgo, 2222. Woke me up at 444 again and again and again to speak to you, gang, because you're that important. So there you go. Receive the message. Important one. And gang, at the very least, I hope you tapped the like button, gang, gang, as you got me out of these silk sheets where I was neatly wrapped up in until your people then tapped me on the shoulder. So yeah, I'll see you soon. I love you. Thank you for coming. I know you're here because I can see you. And gang, let's make a cup of mint tea and we go back to bed. We try. It's morning time now. We're not going back to bed. We're not, gang. We're going to jump onto another platform. I may come back and do Taurus. So look out for me. I might come back. I'm not tired anymore, so I think I'm going to come back. I love you too. And gang, Spirit was speaking to you, gang. Ashe. Take care. Depending on where you are, good morning, grand rising, or good night. I'm not sure which one it will be for you. But take care, girl. All right? Take care. We out.